Hey guys, it's Mr. Gravo here. We're going to be tackling Go Math, Chapter 2, the mid-chapter checkpoint, and let's just get into it. Alright, so the first two questions are all vocabulary. To find the product of a two-digit number and a one-digit number, you can multiply the tens, multiply the ones, and find the sum of each partial product, factor, or distributive property. Um, So we know distributive property is to break up and like to pass out a number, right? Factor is the two parts of a multiplication problem, like 3 times 5 equals 15. The 3 and the 5 are both factors, and then we know that the 15 was the product. Um, and partial product means that we do part, we find the part of the answer, and then find another part of the answer. So that's the correct answer because what it's asking us is like if we do 23 times 4, we can do 20 times 4 equals 80, and then we can do 4 times 3 is 12, and we add those together. We add the two partial products together. Um, that's our answer. Number 2. The blank states that multiplying a sum by a number is the same as multiplying each addend by the number and then adding the products. Okay? We have our same 3. Um, so what it's really saying is that 3 times 7 is the same as doing 3 times 5, right? And then adding that to 3 times 2. So we're distributing that 7 as a 5 and a 2. So we know that 3 times 5 is 15. We know that 3 times 2 is 6. And we still get 21. So it's the same. We're just distributing um, this factor, right? And we get to the same end product. So, all right, let's take a look at number 3. Select a comparison sentence. 4 times 7 equals 28. All right, so if you remember back, we talked about when we are looking at these comparison sentences, we can just read them and write them. So let's go 28. Oops. 28 times as many as 7 is 4. 28 times 7 equals 4. That does not seem correct. 4 times as many as 7 is 28. Don't forget that is kind of that equal sign. Okay? 7 times as many as 28 is 4. So 7 times 28 is 4. Well, only one of these is correct. This doesn't make any sense. Neither does that. I mean, 7 times 28, yeah, that's a huge number. So it must be this one. 6 times 5 equals 30. 6 times as many as 5 is 30. 5 times as many as 30 is 6. 30 times as many as 6 is 5. You notice that all of our numbers stay the same, which is good to recognize. But which one of these makes the most sense? 6 times 5 is 30. 5 times as many as 30 is 6. No. 30 times as many as 6 equals 5. Well, this last equation here could be true if this was a division symbol, but it's not. So this isn't that. 5 times 30 equals 6. Even if that was division, that doesn't make any sense. 5 times 30 is not 6. 6 times 5 is 30. So you gotta make sure that you're clicking the correct comparison sentence to go with the equation. I'm going to skip the next couple because they're just extra practice. All right. So number 7, first we need to estimate by rounding the first factor to the nearest 10, then enter the product. So what you need to do is on your pink sheet, you would rewrite 82 times 5. Right? Now we're going to estimate 82 to the nearest 10. I look to the right. We got to let it rest. So it's 80 times 5. So 8 times 5 is 40. Move 0. So it's 400. Now I actually have to find the exact product. So let's see if it wants to move these. We'll just do it. 82 times 5. I'm going to break it up as an 80 and then as a 2. Right? So I'm distributing 80 into 5 times 8 is 8 tens, right? And then 5 times 2 is 10. My exact answer is 410. Some of us really are being more successful when we break up the 80 into 2 by making that table. So if you do it like this, number 9, same type of problem. So first we need to estimate by rounding to the nearest 10. So I have 27 times 3 to the nearest 10. I look to the right. I raise the score of the underlying number. 3 times 3 is 9. So 0. Now let's break it up. Now we gotta find the exact. Right? My estimate was 90. So you could do 3 times 20. 3 times 7. Right? 3 times 20 is 60. 3 times 7 is 21. Add those together, we get 81. Could also do it this way. 3 times 20 is 6 tons. 3 times 7 is 21. And for a lot of us, we've been doing it this way. We're looking at that 27 this way, and then we're going to times it by 3. These are all great ways to solve it, and we know that 60 is 21 equals 81. And that's a reasonable answer. Number 10, same type of problem. Number 11, same type of problem, but on number 11 we don't need to estimate. So make sure that you rewrite your number for number 11. You rewrite the problem. I will do problem number 12 with you. So we're going to break it up by expanded form. So I really like doing this problem with that place value chart. I think this is the most accurate way for you guys right now. So I'm going to do 200. I'm going to do 60. I'm going to do 5. I can see my 1s, my 10s, my 100s place. So 3 times 200 is 600. 3 times 6 tens is 18 tens. 3 times 5 is 15. Now, please don't just add across to it. Please rewrite it. And you can actually rewrite it just like this. 600, because 3 times 200 is 600. 3 times 60 is 18 tens. And then 3 times 5 is 15. We can add those together. And our final product is 795. There are 8 times as many dogs as cats. If the total number of dogs and cats is 45, how many dogs are there? Alright, so we know we got dogs, we got cats. We got 8 times as many dogs as cats. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 dogs. Well, as cats, there's got to be at least 1 cat. So all of this is going to equal 45. What number could go in here that would be the same? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9? No. A 1 in each doesn't make any sense. But there's 9 boxes. Let's try 10. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. Way too much. Well, there's 9 total, right? So what other number would go in here? That's right. It's 5. So, whoops, I don't want to put 5 in there yet. So each one of these little boxes represents 5. And you can see that making a drawing with this problem really helps. Because now I have 8 times as many dogs as cats. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's 8 times 1. You can't forget about the cat, though. Lots of times you forget about the cat. The other problem that people make a mistake on with this problem is they don't read the question. There are blank dogs. Well, there's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40 dogs. Lots of times kids put 5 because they're just not paying attention to what's actually being asked. Number 14, you need to multiply. It says how many calories are in 6 cups of strawberries? Well, 49 times 6. Got to solve that correctly. Number 15, the skating rink rented 216 pairs of skates during the month of April and 3 times that many in May. How many pairs of skates did the skating rink rent during April and May? The skating rink rented blank pairs of skates during April and May. So, let's write down some stuff because we got April and we got May. This is not a super easy problem. So, the skating rink rented 216 pairs of skates during the month of April. Okay, so 216. And 3 times that in May. So, in May, it was 3 times 216. And they want to know how many total in April and May. So, this is a 2-step problem. The first thing I have to do is figure out how many skates they rented in May. So that's going to be 216 times 2. I like to write my problems horizontally. I mean, not horizontally, vertically. Let's do 200. Let's do 10. Let's do 6, right? Multiplying using expanded form. So now I got it all set up like this. Now let's do 3 times 200, and that's 600, right? 3 times 200 is 600. 3 times 10 is 30. And with that place value, then 3 times 6 is 18. So now I can squeeze that in. You should write meter on your piece of paper. So in April, they sold 200. They rented 216 pairs. In May, they rented 648 pairs. How many is that total? So now I need to add April and May together. Make sure you use a group. 6. So they rented 864 pairs of skates during April and May. This is a 2-step problem. The first step was to figure out how many skates were rented in May, and then the second step was to add together April and May. All right, I hope you did well. Let me know if you have questions. Bye.